What's going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be going over the deck that got me one trophy higher than manual. So in today's video we're going to be using this really broken giant skeleton royal hogs deck. Came out like a few days ago and has just been completely dominating the game ever since then. Very good deck, but definitely not quite as broken as giant graveyard. So in this first match right here, this guy does have Dark Prince and Bomber. Not really the best sign since they're both very strong royal hogs counters, but this deck is just so broken it can really almost be anything if you play well. Okay, super unfortunate for us right there that he naded. I'm gonna have to play a late giant skeleton, but we're still gonna take like a ton of damage, I think. Hopefully our giant skeleton can do something on the offensive end. I think he has like a very bad cycle right now, so I might try to go with my mirror giant skeleton in a little bit because he doesn't really have any great ground response to it. He probably does have E-Giant in cycle. I'm pretty sure it's an E-Giant deck, so he might defensive E-Giant, but we do have Fisherman in cycle to maybe kind of yank it away if we have to. Yeah, he will defensive E-Giant here. I don't think it's going to kill our giant skeleton though. It'll damage it down for sure, but it's still going to need to play something else against that, I think. I'm going to go with my Fisherman right here. I could have activated my King Tower maybe, but I don't really want to take any damage on our left side Princess Tower since it's already pretty low. I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs behind this mirror giant skelly. Hopefully the troops he uses against it will mostly die to our Death Bomb. Yeah, really good Royal Hogs there. They just do so much damage, and imagine like the level 16 Royal Hogs, which I might try to use later in this game. Like the mirror Royal Hogs are just completely insane in this deck. And yeah, he will mirror Dark Prince. Pretty interesting tactic by him, I guess, but I think we should have a pretty decent defense. Okay, unfortunately the Dark Prince does get one shot. Luckily the Mega Minion just barely dies though, so pretty solid defense, and we're slowly coming back. I might try to like mirror my giant skeletons so he doesn't really have any chance to break through with his E-Giants. But he probably will have mirror E-Giant as well, so it could be a little bit hard to stop. I'm going to set up my giant skelly here. He'll mirror it with his E-Giant. So I'm probably just going to go with my mirror giant skeleton in the same lane. Maybe try to overwhelm him after we kill his E-Giant. Luckily for us, he didn't have the mirror E-Giant in cycle right there, so that's pretty nice for us. Not going to have to deal with as big of an E-Giant push. I'm going to go with my Zappies right here just to make sure that it stuns the E-Giant so our giant skeletons won't get the reflection damage of the E-Giant dealt to them as often. And a pretty high cannon by him, so I should be able to snipe it pretty easily with this Mother Witch, and I'm going to go with another giant skeleton right here. And his E-Giants aren't really doing anything here because of our Zappies. So this is super good for us. I think I'm going to go with my mirror giant skeleton as well. And he'll go with another E-Giant, this time the mirror E-Giant, but our Zappies are just absolutely unkillable right here, and our Mother Witch Royal Hogs are kind of chipping away at his tower. So yeah, I have no idea how he's going to stop this. I'm going to go with my arrows right here, and I think that will be a good game. Super insane game, very well played by us, and that just shows the power of the giant skeleton. Alright, so in the next match, this guy is way lower in trophies than us, so hopefully we beat him, otherwise we'll lose like minus 40. I'm going to go with my Ghost first play, pretty much the best starting play with this deck alongside going with Royal Hogs. He does have Bowler, could be like any type of graveyard deck, or maybe Lumberloon Freeze. I think our giant skeleton should do a very good job against his bowlers though, since it won't get knocked back. And he does have Night Witch as well, so it could be a giant graveyard deck here right after I was kind of trash talking it in the previous match. So I'm going to go with my Mother Witch in the back. The Mother Witch should be extremely good against these graveyard pushes, and I think the Fisherman should also do a good job pulling his giant. I might try to activate my King Tower here against his giant with the mirror Fisherman. I feel like the opponents never really expect the mirror Fisherman, and yeah, that should be a King Tower activation. That's really good for us. That will definitely help out a lot in this matchup. Pretty nice defense against his Night Witch and stuff. The only problem for us in this matchup is that Mother Witch does die to Snowball plus arrows now, so not really going to be able to always stack them up too well. I might just ignore this Skarmy since we have our King Tower activated. Should help out, and maybe it won't make us take too much damage here. He'll get some damage, but it's just going to kind of even out in both lanes. I'm going to go with my giant skeleton here, maybe try to get a good Mother Witch on like whatever distraction units he goes with. He spent his bowler though, so I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs in the left lane. Honestly, the bowler is going to make this matchup a lot more annoying than it otherwise would be. And yeah, super good Royal Hogs there. His Mother Witch is kind of hammering away at our Hoggies, but we still got so much damage there, so really nice for us. We do have mirror Mother Witch as well if we ever need it, so feeling pretty good about the defense against his graveyard, but I'm not really sure if we can actually stop these giants too well. We do have Fisherman, where he can kind of just like stack a bunch of stuff and make it really difficult for us. Very nice Fisherman though. Okay, somehow the bowler actually hit our tower right there. I'm not really sure how it locked on the Zappy instead of the Fisherman. So he is leading the game still by a little bit, but I'm gonna hopefully come back here. I'm not sure if we actually can, but gonna do everything we can. Should be an extremely good Mother Witch here. Gonna kill his bats and should also turn all of his Skarmy into piggies. But yeah, the roller just gets so much value here, so it's a little bit hard to actually break through. We could also go with a Mirror Mother Witch here, and maybe a Fisherman to kind of pull his bowler towards our whole push. And we'll go with a Giant, so I'm gonna go with my arrows here. Very good arrows, gonna kind of hit his bats there, but I think our Mother Witch will unfortunately die. Not too bad for us though, we don't really get any damage, but at least we defend pretty easily and bait out like a few of his important cards. So I'm gonna go with my Giant Skeleton once again. I'm gonna kind of wait a second to see what he plays. Yeah, he'll go with his bowler, so I didn't want to go with my Royal Hogs right away. Pretty hard to actually break through right here, so I'm gonna go with my Mirror Giant Skeleton, maybe catch him in a bad cycle now since he wasted his bowler. And I think Fisherman should do a very good job hopefully pulling his bowler before it does too much against our Giant Skeleton. He just barely doesn't get the shot on our tower there with his bowler, so that's pretty nice for us. I'm gonna go with my Mother Witch right here. He will go with his arrows plus Snowball on it, but I think our Giant Skeleton might be able to do something here. The one Cursed Pig will actually lock on his tower, doing a pretty decent amount of damage there, so that's pretty solid for us. Ghost is chipping away in the right lane, so I'm gonna go with my Royal Hogs as well, maybe kind of force him to stop stacking boulders in one lane, maybe force him to think about having to defend both lanes. Very good damage there by our Mirror Royal Hogs. You can see like how OP these Mirror Royal Hogs can actually be. You don't actually have a big spell in this deck, but you have like such good offense with your Mirror Royal Hogs that it doesn't really matter whether you have a big spell or not. Also super valuable Mother Witch there, but this is going to be really close. Okay, maybe not actually. I think our Mother Witch is actually going to just completely wreck his tower. I'm going to give him a little bit of EM as well for being a giant graveyard player. Alright, so in the next game, I think I'm just going to go with my Royal Hog split first play, just in case he has like a Mega Knight or something. He does have Tombstone. The really nice thing about this is that Mother Witch is just so insane against Tombstone, really like the best counter possible to a Tombstone. He does have to Fireball it, but we still get some pretty nice damage on both sides. I'm not really sure what he's playing. Could be like a Graveyard deck, maybe Lava Hound deck. Yeah, he'll go with his Lava Hound in the back. I'm going to pressure with my Giant Skeleton. Seeing the Fireball, it's probably going to be a Lava Balloon deck, so I don't really need to play my Giant Skeleton in the same lane. Kind of just like waste it on offense right here. Super nice Fisherman as well, kind of predicting the Mighty Miner. Unfortunately, it doesn't pull it towards tower range though, so I'm going to have to spend my Ghost as well for a little bit more offense, and that probably will be his tower. I don't really see any way he can actually defend that. Yeah, but I don't really think he can actually defend his Lava Push either. And the Ghost is actually getting completely stuck right here behind our Giant Skeleton. Okay, that's kind of funny. I'm going to go with my Zappies right on his Balloon. Unfortunately for us, he plays with Skelly Drags. I was kind of expecting him to just like save them in case we played something else, but a little bit unlucky for us. I think our tower will go down here, but at least we do end up having a really nice arrows and pretty decent defense overall. We do just barely save our tower, so he's going to have to at least probably Fireball Zap it to finish it off. So yeah, it's going to be pretty hard on defense here. We don't really have any good way to kind of pull his balloons back or like a building or anything, so probably going to have to just like try to mirror our air units like our Zappies and like our Mother Witches and stuff like that. At least the arrows will be quite nice as well against his Lava Pups. And yeah, super good Mother Witch right there, going to force out the Fireball and almost kills his Tombstone with our Cursed Hogs. He'll go with his Balloon right here. I'm going to try to go with my Zappies on it. I'm not sure if it'll actually kill it before it reaches our tower or not though. Okay, he'll have to Zap right there, so at least it's not the worst trade for us. I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs here. Hopefully catch him in a little bit of an awkward cycle. Going to go with my arrows as well, make sure the Tombstone dies. Yeah, the Hoggies will get pretty nice damage here. We're going to have to probably focus for a nice defense right here though, against whatever he tries to play. Yeah, so he'll play his Lava all the way in the back. I'm going to go with my Giant Skeleton right here. Hopefully kind of keep the pressure up a little bit while also defending well. I'm going to go with my Zappies right here. We can probably try to mirror up our Zappies too. Okay, super bad Fireball by him. I'm not really sure why he would do that. But I mean, all the players will be Lava players. So yeah, we have like 6 Zappies on the field. I think his Lava Hound is pretty much perma-stun. Not completely, but still gonna pretty much destroy it. And he'll go with the Lava Hound in the pocket. I have no idea if he can actually defend our Zappies though after spending that much elixir. The Mother Witch will do absolute work against his piggies. Yeah, I think that will be a good game right here. Very nice win against Lava Hound. So in the next match, we're going to be up against Petal, the world famous Royal Recruits player. I'm gonna cycle my Mother Witch in the back first play, but he's gonna play his Princess, so I had to spend my Ghost as well. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I think our Mother Witch should do a pretty good job against his big pushes and stuff, turning everything into Hoggies, but at the same time it could be a little bit hard to defend some of his spam units. Yeah, he'll go with his Royal Recruits there super aggressively, and also the Wall Breakers. Honestly, not really the best Wall Breakers there. We'll get him like one connection on the left side, I think, but it kind of allowed us to take off his Royal Recruits shields for free, so pretty nice defense there. He might have to spend something on the Zappies, but he could just ignore it as well. We're gonna have to wait and see here. I'm pretty sure he does have Goblin Drill, so I kind of want to save my Royal Ghost in hand whenever I can. So he plays his Royal Ghost in the back. I'm going to spend my Fisherman here just to make sure we have a nice Giant Skeleton in cycle for whatever other spam stuff he plays. And he does play a really weird E-Barbs right there in the back. I guess kind of predicting that we would spend something like the Royal Ghost there on his Princess. Very nice Giant Skeleton, should be able to kill these E-Barbs, also provide a little bit of counter push, I think. Yeah, we might get kind of screwed right now if he tries to go with the drill since we don't have any Royal Ghost in hand. But at least the arrows should be quite nice against his Wall Breakers. Maybe we'll go with the Wall Breakers here. I'm going to go with my Mother, which makes sure to get like a very nice 2 cursed Hoggies out of it and pretty easy counter. So he does spend his Ghost. I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs in the left lane. We kind of need to get some damage right now since we're down a little bit, and I think he has no great counters in hand after spending that Royal Ghost. He does have Royal Recruits, but they came down so late, we're going to get like nearly half of his tower right there. Very nice for us. So he does have 5 recruits all in one lane. This could be a little bit hard to defend since they're all coming down in the same lane. He'll go with his E-Barbs as well, but luckily double elixir does just barely hit, so I think we should have enough elixir for the Giant Skeleton right here. Okay, I'm not really sure if we can actually defend this or not. I'm going to go with my arrows, hopefully weaken everything a little bit and kill those Wall Breakers. And yeah, the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb will finish off everything, so super clean defense. I'm going to go right back at it with my Royal Hogs. I don't really think he has the greatest answers in cycle. He does have to go with the defensive drill, so that's pretty nice for us to see every time. And I think our Mother Witch should be able to hopefully clean up this little Royal Ghost push here since the Goblins probably will all turn into piggies here from our Mother Witch. Yeah, very nice defense. I'm going to go with my Giant Skeleton in the back, and we can probably try to go with a Mirror Giant Skeleton because I think the Death Bomb should be able to kill the Magic Archer pretty easily. And yeah, he'll play his E-Barbs in the back. This could be a little bit of a difficult defense here, but at least our Mother Witch does get a couple shots on his Magic Archer, so it should die to our arrows. Yeah, very nice for us, and the piggy will kind of lure back his E-Barb, making our Giant Skeleton do a little bit of a better job against everything. I'm going to go with my Mother Witch as well, super good for making these piggies to distract all of his units. And I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs as well. I don't really think he has any way to stop this. He can try as much as he wants, but I'm just going to feed our Mother Witch piggies. I don't know if our Hogs will actually finish it here, so I'm going to go with another set of them. And yeah, I think with the arrows there, that will be leading. Alright, hopping in the next match, I'm pretty sure this guy's a Pekka player. So I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs first play, hopefully catch him in a bad cycle. Unfortunately for us, he does have Ghost in cycle, but that still should get some pretty nice damage on his tower. Yeah, nearly 800 even against the Royal Ghost plus Zap. You can really see how broken these Hoggies can be. I'm going to split my Zappies here. We also have Mirror Zappies if we end up needing it against like a Battle Ram or something. The Mirror is just like such a broken part of this deck. I'm going to go with my Ghost on his Bandit. Should be able to kill it pretty easily and maybe force out even more elixir. He does go with his E-Wiz though, so I'm going to go with my Mother Witch here, make sure to turn his Bandit into a piggy and hopefully DPS down his Pekka a little bit. I'm going to go with my Giant Skeleton kind of high. I think the Death Bomb should be able to kill the E-Wiz, and Mother Witch will kind of help out a little bit as well, even though the E-Wiz does kind of kill it. Pretty good Fisherman right there. He kind of wasted the Zap for no reason on it. I think he was a little bit delayed on the Zap, maybe he didn't have enough elixir. His E-Wiz will get some damage on our tower. Unfortunately for us, the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb didn't end up hitting it, but still should be in a pretty okay spot here. He does have minions in his deck, which is pretty good for us to see since our arrows will completely destroy it. And yeah, we do get some pretty nice damage right there, so I'm going to go with my Zappies once again. They kind of split nicely, so the Royal Ghost doesn't really hit all of them at once. Going to allow for a pretty nice defense right here. I'm not sure if he has Poison or Fireball, though that could change a lot. If he has Fireball, it could be a lot harder, but if he has Poison, it could be probably a lot easier. So I'm going to go with my Royal Ghost once again against his Bandit. Always a super good counter to it, going to always at least force out a few more elixir. I'm not sure like what he's going to try to play here. He'll go with the Pekka push right away, so pretty aggressive by him. I'm going to set up an early Mother Witch here, maybe try to go with like a giant Skelly on everything, and he'll go with the Battle Ram as well, so I'm going to go with the kind of high Fisherman here, hopefully pull it back and allow our units to take out his Pekka first, to then focus on his Battle Ram a little bit later. Okay, I was kind of scared for a second that his Battle Ram would connect on our tower right there, but just barely end up killing it before it does. So I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs once again. Also going to go with my arrows, kind of hitting everything as well as finishing off those last like minion or two. So I'm going to go with a high Ghost here. We're getting pretty consistent chip damage, even though he does have pretty good defense against our Royal Hogs. And he'll go with a Ghost of his own there, so I think we should be able to deal with it pretty well here. And he'll go with the Pekka all the way in the back, so I might try to go with my Royal Hogs here to kind of distract it and allow our Giant Skeleton to hopefully kill his Pekka before it really even does too much. Yeah, should do a pretty good job here. Might still get some nice damage on his tower, not really sure. I could have mirrored my Royal Hogs there, but I just want to be a little bit more passive since we're already winning. And very nice arrows there as well against his minions. His Pekka is pretty healthy, but I think our Fisherman should be able to pull it and maybe deal a little bit more damage to it. He does decide to go with his Evis though, so I'm going to have to just set up my Zappies here. I'm going to go with my Giant Skeleton in the left lane right now, just to make sure his Bandit doesn't dash on our tower. I think his Pekka will get some damage. I'm going to go with a little bit of a late Fisherman here. Just getting a little bit close though, so I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Pretty good Mother Witch here, I think. Going to turn his Ghost into a Piggy, as well as all of his minions. And our Giant Skeleton should get to his tower in the left lane, so I'm going to go with my Royal Hogs in the right lane, just to make sure we have pretty good dual lane pressure. And I think that probably will be a good game here. Don't really see any way you can defend it. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!